Hello and welcome to another Facebook Live. Really excited to have with me today Katrina and Debbie from Pure Bookkeeping. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Nick. Great to be here.
While we're waiting for everyone to jump on live, I might just get you to quickly give us an introduction about who you are and what is Pure Bookkeeping. So, Deb, I might start with you. Just give us a little bit of background about yourself.
Yes. Well, I originally started my own bookkeeping business back in 2001. And over 13 years, I grew that with the help of my business coach, Peter Cook, and sold that in 2014. In 2010, because of the systems that I created to grow my business, Pete and I became partners and launched Pure Bookkeeping. And we've just had our 10th anniversary a few months ago. We're very excited. I'm very passionate about the industry and helping great bookkeepers grow their businesses.
Excellent. So for anyone that is jumping on, I am delighted to have Deb and Katrina with me today to talk about the 3 steps to market your bookkeeping business for ultimate growth. And while we're just waiting for everyone to get on live, I'll just hand over to you, Katrina, to give us a little bit of an introduction about who you are.
Yeah, thanks. I had a bookkeeping business for over 10 years, and while I was growing it, I made all those common mistakes and found Pure Bookkeeping to set those foundations in my business so that I was able to fast track the results and become, a really effective leader to grow that business. And I sold it in 2015. And then I became a mentor to bookkeepers to help them do exactly the same thing. And last year I joined Pure Bookkeeping in mentoring their licensees and then became CEO of Pure Bookkeeping, being very passionate about the same journey that bookkeepers are on as Debbie is. Just loving being involved in this team and being able to give back to other bookkeepers and accountants that are growing their businesses.
Excellent. Now, we are streaming into the Pure Bookkeeping pages today, the TOA Global Facebook pages. We are everywhere today. But over the next 3 sessions, today, Tuesday and Wednesday, or for anyone in North America, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday night, we will be talking about marketing your bookkeeping or accounting business for growth, transforming for profit and scaling your business for ultimate success. So we're going to get straight into it today. So, Deb, I might start with you, if that's okay. Who should be tuning into these sessions? What are they going to get out of them?
Oh, hopefully we'll give you some great tips. This is a global conversation. So this is what we're going to be talking about is not specific to a region, not specific to Australia. Pure Bookkeeping is in North America. We've got lots of licensees there, and we love our community on the Successful Bookkeeper. So really anyone that is interested in and serious, committed to growing their bookkeeping business globally.
Excellent. Now I'm excited for the next 3 days. So let's kick into the first question, really. So talking about growth, Katrina, where is the best place to start?
Yeah, so the best place to start is knowing where you want to go. So thinking about where your end game is so that you can, grow an effective business. So I know when I started growing, I just got really busy and I didn't really have a plan of where to take my business. So I was just, floating around, attracting clients, putting staff on and not being effective. It's just like trying to, chasing my tail all the time. And just, my systems weren't efficient. I knew I wasn't being an effective person. So it wasn't until I sat back and started to plan out where I wanted to take this business. It's no point in doing all this work and putting all this effort in, and it's like climbing a ladder. I know this has been an analogy in over time, but if you are climbing a ladder that is put up on the wrong wall, you're going to get to the wrong place. So you want to make sure that you know where you want to go so that you can put plans in place to be able to do that. And your marketing message has to then talk about the business that you want to be building, and not just, quite flighty and reacting to situations happening, and then, putting, clients on that you don't really want to serve, doing work that you don't really want to serve. So the best place to start is knowing exactly where you want to take your business.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And I had a good friend of ours from Teach It Forward, Trent, on these Facebook Lives a couple of months ago. And one of the things that he hit me with before we went live was, Nick, what do you actually want out of the business? And I said, I talked about all these things that I wanted the business to do. And he said, no, Nick, what do you actually do? And he said a lot of the times, and he coaches accountants, he said that accountants are not clear on where they want to be personally. So then it's hard for them to drive their businesses. And I think that is really the key. It flows in with a lot of bookkeeping business as well. You see them working enormous hours, you see them doing all these things, and sometimes you go, but why? And I think that launches me to the next question, Deb, is once you do become aware of the business you want, it's obviously really important to drill down on your own business identity. But how do we actually do that? Because it's one thing to say that we need to, but how do you actually do it?
Yeah, I think this is a really important step. There's lots of advice around social media and all these different marketing things, but unless you're clear about your business identity first, any marketing that you're going to put into place is going to have the wrong message. And I think this is really, when you were talking before, just then, Nick, about where do you want to go, I think that's one of the fundamental parts and decisions that you need to make. And Katrina said, you don't want it up on the ladder on the wrong wall. The comment I would make around that is we had a licensee, we've got lots of licensees who are growing what we call lifestyle businesses. So they don't want to grow a business the way I grew, and I had 12 staff and all that sort of thing, and the size of business that Katrina had. What they want to do is grow a lifestyle business. And the process that this particular licensee went through to get to that place was absolutely crucial with everything else, every other decision she made after that. For example, she thought, I'm going to grow a business the way Debbie did, and I'm going to do that and put all these systems in place and do all that. But then she realized that when she thought about what she wanted personally and what suited her family, her husband, they wanted to travel. And they want to have she decided what she wanted was a lifestyle business. So had she not realized that, and she's growing a business that she loves, she's got one or two people that are helping her, but she's growing a business that she loves because she took the time at the start to think about, do I want to grow a business like Debbie, or do I want to grow my own business? And I think that is a crucial decision that everyone needs to make before you can even create your business identity. There's no point growing a business that is your master instead of being the other way around. And I think one of the fundamental parts of that is thinking about what is your mission, and that's your personal mission, and then that will flow on to what your business mission is. And it's a really important step starting, and it might seem basic, we're starting with a mission statement, but it actually filters through to everything. Firstly, it grounds, it creates the foundation of what structure you're actually building. So knowing, it clarifies your purpose. It's what you do on a daily basis. It's where you're going. It's when you get up in the morning. This is my mission. This is what I do. I'm proud of that. It provides a template for your decision making. It helps you map the direction that you're going in, and it's a bit like a rudder to keep you on track. It also, one critical part of having a really powerful mission statement, and when I say powerful, I mean it gives you goosebumps. It makes you feel excited. When you wake up in the morning, you get that little bit of excitement in your belly, knowing that what you're doing has a purpose. You're not just number crunching. You're not moving papers around the page or doing data entry or providing tax returns. It's what that is doing to help your clients, to empower them around your finances. And when you do that and you start to put on a team, when you're clear about that, what it does is when you are inducting the team and you start off with telling them what their mission statement, they feel excited because they're part of something that is bigger than them. and everyone wants to be part of something that's a little bit bigger than themselves. And I guess finally, the really key point about having a powerful mission statement is that it helps identify and attract your ideal client. Because if you've got a mission statement and you meet with a prospect and they say, I don't know what that person's on about, kind of thing, then don't take them on as a client. It really helps clarify and target the people that are going to be your ideal client.
And I 100% agree with that. And Andy's put up a comment or a question. Do you find that some people just do not know what all the options for their business direction are? And I think from my point of view, a lot of the people don't know what their direction of themselves is, and they try and identify and wrap in the business identity into their own. And I think one thing that I'll say with what you said, and I 100% agree with you, Debbie, is that at the end of the day, we're here to serve our clients. And while we may have also a lifestyle business, we also need to be able to build one that can always serve the people that we're here to serve. And our clients, don't really care if we work 3 days a week, but they care that their work is still going to be able to get done. And I think that's one of the important things. But if we weave that into then the next question around, how do we really, it's wonderful and great that we've got this mission statement, we know who we want to serve, but how does that all tie into our marketing message? How do we link this purpose that we have and this mission of what we want to do and tie it into our marketing overall?
Yeah, it's a difficult one to, once we understand our mission statement, it is really building on that and finding out who exactly it is that we want to work with, and everything that you do around marketing, your branding, your messaging needs to be around your purpose. So ours is at Pure Bookkeeping. It is to help great bookkeepers grow their business or build great businesses. So everything we do, every service we provide, every effort that we make, every marketing message that we put out there, all of these webinars, all of these discussions that we have, it is around serving our clients and helping those clients become better bookkeepers, build better businesses. So if you're really clear on your purpose of what you are trying to achieve for your clients, and it's not just, to do efficient bookkeeping and be compliant and make it affordable and all of those type of things. You really need to go a little bit deeper about what that mission is. So that is reflected in your marketing message. Then your clients or your prospects can see, what you're really talking about, what they can really connect with you. So you build a better client, if you like.
And I can give you an example, if you like, which might be helpful to make the point. My mission statement in my bookkeeping business was to empower business owners around their finances by removing confusion, fear, and uncertainty, and replacing it with clarity, freedom, and control.
I think there's 60 days on the contract.
And that was so powerful. When I was putting on a new employee, they would kind of be blown away by that. And then as Katrina said, it actually filters through everything you do. It filters down through your team, the conversations that you have with them. It filters through when your marketing message, if you've got that mission statement or something like that, and by the way, I sold my business, as I said, so if you love that mission statement, feel free to use that or create something else like it. But when you've got that on your website and you say, this is how we do that, so we provide you, we get all the compliance business up to date, and we've got all these systems to guarantee the quality of the work. And then that's when the fun begins. This is how we're going to empower you around your finances. And if you have a client that is only or a prospect that is only interested in data entry and compliance, then they're going to look at that and go, well, I don't really care about any of that other stuff. I just want to get this stuff done. I want to get the CRA, the IRS, the ATO off my back, and so that I don't get any calls. Then they're going to look at that and go, nah, I don't think they're the right fit. And on the other hand, you get someone that actually didn't even know that you did that. What you do more than data entry and compliance. You're actually in the business to empower business owners around their finances. Hallelujah. This is exactly the kind of person I've been looking for. I've looked on so many other websites and all they're doing is talking about data entry and compliance. I want to be rescued. I want to be empowered. I want to find out what these numbers mean. And I want someone that actually cares about me enough to want to provide me with that kind of service.
You know, Debo, I know there's so many different marketing strategies and we're not going to get into that part of it today. But obviously, if we open the doors up, our messaging's right, our marketing's right, we're going to start getting all these people running through the door. But as we all know, not every client is an ideal client. I know, Katrina, you're very passionate about only working with the right type of clients. But how do we really identify who we connect best with and who we can best serve as a client? How do we work out this ideal client and then just work to only serve them?
Yeah, it's something that I am quite passionate about, to make sure that we actually are working with, you know, the right client. And there's a lot of ways in that we can work that out. I know when I was building my business, it was you are accepting anybody that sort of walks in the door. And I got to know the phrase of, you know, anybody with a pulse and a purse that you would accept, because they want you to do the work. And you go, yeah, I can solve that. I can go back 5 years and fix that. I can do, you know, this software that I've never used before because I'm a solver. I can fix it. I can make it work. I can give you my everything because I know I can, and I can provide you. But that particular client might not want that service. They might just want to rush and run. They might not want you to give your all. They might not appreciate it. So it's really important to drill down on who your ideal client is. And there are a number of ways of being able to do that. And it's from asking the right questions at the start. But also, if you could identify in your current tribe of clients, who is it that would be reflective of your ideal client? What is it about them that are your ideal client? We can drill down to their attributes, like, you know, what software they're using, what industry they're in, what size of business they're in. But even if you drill down a little bit more and go about the person, are they proactive? Are they wanting to grow? Are they wanting just compliance? You know, what are they wanting from you? What are they wanting more than just bookkeeping and compliance? Are they, you know, what are the questions that they're asking you for? What are the service that you can provide them? So if you start to drill down exactly when you know in your business, know what your business is and what your purpose is, what are the things that you want to be working with? What's going to complement the business model that you were trying to grow? And, you know, do a bit of homework around that. It's not just, you don't need to accept anybody that walks through the door. You can choose. And by asking the right questions, drill down. If you know who that person is, drill down with those questions that you want to know, and run from there. Build the business you want. Like, I got trapped in getting a lot of quarterly clients. So you're just busy at quarterly. A lot of bookkeepers don't want payroll. So, you know, customize the clients that you want and find the services that you want to deal with, and go from there.
And I think, Elliot's asked the question, how much should a bookkeeper think about attracting new clients versus adding additional services? And I think, from my point of view, and I might get both of you to give your opinion on this as well, but understanding who your ideal client is, understanding the services of your strength of the business and what you want to offer to your clients will really dictate the services. But I mean, ideally, your existing clients are the easiest ones to serve because you've already got them. But if you have a very clear plan of how many clients you're going to take on each year, or how much your overall capacity of the business is, like Debbie mentioned earlier, if you want to run a lifestyle business, you're going to have a smaller number of clients to serve. So you're not going to take on a large amount. But if you have a growing business, I mean, our business is a growing business. We take on lots of new clients, but we're also 60% of our growth comes from our existing clients. So we have that balance. I might go to you first, Deb, on this one. So what's your thought on how much a bookkeeper should think about attracting new clients versus adding additional services?
I think it's a bit of both. You need to be doing both. You've got to considering the kind of business that you want to grow, of course. If you are growing that lifestyle business, then you would have less clients and really look at valuing add. But I don't think it's just when you're growing a lifestyle business, it's constantly, whatever size business that you're choosing to grow, it is valuing, always looking at how you can add value to your clients, to your existing clients. But I think it's really important that you create momentum. That's one of I guess a key point I'd like to make in today's conversation. We're talking about marketing and growth and things like that. One of the things that I found in my business is that if I got busy, I tended not to do so much active marketing. But then what happens is you lose clients here and there by, just naturally falling off or something, whatever happens. And then you find, you suddenly look around and you realize, I've got a staff member that we're not doing 3 hours a week. Now I've got, I better get my marketing going. But it takes a bit of time to build momentum around your marketing. So the metaphor I use is a bit like, I don't know if you've seen those muscle men dragging a huge bus behind them.
I do that on the weekend. Every weekend I do that.
When you see them, not that I watch it all the time, but I've seen it occasionally. You see them, they're almost horizontal when they're first starting, and it takes an enormous amount of effort to get just a little bit of a tweak of that wheel moving. But then once the momentum catches, they're standing up further and further, and then they're going faster and faster. And that's the way I think of it with marketing. If you are at least doing some sort of marketing all the time, and if you're pressed for time, pick the most effective ones. Obviously, it's your existing clients, it's telling everyone that you know. If you're a bookkeeper, meet with all the accountants that you know, and network. The really effective marketing strategies to get the biggest bang for your buck using those marketing strategies. So keep that momentum going with your marketing, but also be always looking adding value to your clients is another sales conversation. So it's not like it's really starting, you need that? Why do you need that? Yes, let me see. And so you have that. That's all value-based pricing sort of models.
Yeah, I think that consistency is key. I learned that when I was, 15 years ago when I was first in business. I'd run out and do all this marketing. I'd get really busy, and then I'd go up the roller coaster, and then I'd start coming down, and I was busy doing the work. And I realised that, just small things consistently are better over the longer term. Katrina, anything you'd like to add to that? Anything further you want to add in?
Yeah, I was just going to say, sometimes if you're adding on services, that can actually dictate who your ideal client is. So if you have got a good base of a compliance business and you want to bring in, say, inventory, I was really passionate about inventory. So then you go towards your inventory, get your apps, and then find some ideal clients that match working within inventory. And it could be the same as advisory. If you're wanting to move towards advisory, then your existing ideal client might be a big bookkeeping job, but if you want to go into advisory, then your ideal client's going to move towards that service. So go find the clients that want your advisory work.
Yeah, now I'm going to launch into a big question, and we've got about 5 minutes left. Now, we started probably 2.5, 3 years ago on our client roadshow around Australia. We started talking to accounting firms. We noticed a lot of them were starting to add bookkeeping in, and they started to want to offer that as a service, as an additional service, because they saw all the values of it. One of the biggest things they really challenged or struggled with was they'd come to us and say, Nick, we're going to start a bookkeeping division. We're not really bookkeepers, we're accountants. We've never done it. We know the system and process is so different, but what do we do? And we were saying, look, we can help you get the people, but the process is the most important part, because if you're not delivering consistently, then you're going to fail in a lot of ways. And I know, Deb, process is a big thing that is close to your heart. I know I can see a book behind you that you've written on this, or you've authored on this. So when we're talking about process, I suppose, why is it so important to be able to really get sustainable growth through systems?
Yeah, I think the phrase I use, or sentence, whatever you like to call it, that I use is the most important reason is if you were to put 10 bookkeepers in a room, there would be 10 different ways of doing the same thing, and half of them would probably be wrong. So that fundamentally is the reason. I think the assumption, and I made this mistake when I started working with Peter Cook and said, I'm flat out, I need to grow. I don't trust anyone because I've spent the last 18 months cleaning up messes left behind by other bookkeepers. And he said, if you took the information in your head and documented that and trained someone else to do it, do you think that would work? That was in our very first meeting. Little did I know it would take me, I'd be going on that process for the next 10 years of creating systems. But the assumption that I made was that everyone would do it the way I did it. And that is the biggest mistake I think accountants make. And probably not just accountants, bookkeepers who want to recruit another bookkeeper. The biggest assumption, which is that you make, is that, oh, well, it's just bookkeeping. That person will do it just the same way as I do it, surely. And that's where you will come a cropper if you make that kind of assumption. If you make that mistake, you will fall over. Things will fall through the cracks. And today's not really about systems, but it's worthwhile touching on how important it is, and the amount of detail that you have to go into as well. So it's not just do a bank reconciliation, it's like how and what do you look for? And it's like it's the little tiny details that are required to make sure that the things don't fall through the cracks.
And I know we're going to go into that a lot more detail tomorrow and the next day. So we've got 2 more days of running these lives across all of the Pure Bookkeeping, Toa Global, and all of our platforms. But if we're wanting to really look at, I suppose, once you know your business identity, your mission statement, your ideal client, what's the next step with that? I mean, obviously we're going to start marketing, but what are really the key steps that we need to do so that we can grow our bookkeeping business or division if it's within an accounting firm?
Yeah, I think the key thing is, as we've touched on, is get your mission statement sorted. So you can choose your ideal client and get your marketing message out there. One thing that is underestimated is the power of being able to market the systems that you have in your business. It's when you have on your website a whole page dedicated to the systems that you've got in place. Now, if you don't have anything much at the moment, then it's like telling the truth in advance. Get your website up there and talk about the systems that you have in your business. Everyone's got some kind of systems. So whatever that is, and then what you will do is build on that over time. And it gives you the power of systems in your business is very powerful in your marketing message. It's a very, very powerful tool. So that is often overlooked when people are creating their websites and marketing. People want to see prospects. If you're a bookkeeper, accountants want to see what systems it gives people confidence that you know what you're doing because you've got the systems in place. So it's a very strong marketing message.
And I think, Katrina, do you want to add any bits around, I suppose, if someone was wanting to work through that process of what is my ideal client, what recommendations or suggestions do you have for them to be able to do that? Because I know a lot want to, but they just don't know where to start.
Yeah, and I'd first look at your current clients and identify who those are. And, in some of the exercises I do with my mentoring is that I do document all of your clients, put up a criteria about, what is important to you and rate them out of 0 to 10. This will identify who your top clients are, who your ideal clients are, and then work out what that criteria is within those clients, what you like about them, what works well with them, and ask the client as well of, what your relationship, why do you like working with us? What is it about us that you appreciate, or we complement, what you need. So looking at essentially, firstly, your current clients, and then also working out, going a bit deeper about who that client is that you want to work with. Is it a growing business? is it advisory services you want to get into? So just, it might take a half a day to sit down and really think about. Just it's one of those, I don't know if many businesses or every business should have time to be able to just reflect, whether it's, a half a day a week, or I used to go out on a Sunday and go for a walk on the beach and just reflect on the business that I want to build, and make some notes. And so finding that time in your week to be able to do that is really important.
And I think it's just progressively doing it. So we're going to wrap up today's session, which we've been talking really a lot about how to market and to transform your bookkeeping business. Tomorrow, we're really going to be talking about standardization, system and process, getting out of running the business, getting out of the business so you can run it and treat it like a business. So I'm really excited about tomorrow. Katrina, Deb, any final words you want to impart today before we finish up?
There is a download there available. It's the mission statement, so you can work through that exercise. And no, really looking forward to coming back again tomorrow and talking about how we can help you work out how to get off the tools, put your staff in, and create your systems. Put the systems
Excellent.
in place.
Deb, any final words?
Oh, look, I just love being involved and spreading the message of the everything that I've learned over the past lots of years, growing my business and also helping licensees, hundreds of licensees. You really do know, I know what goes on. I know the pain points that people are experiencing, and I really love and passionate about helping.
Excellent. Well, thank you both. We will be back the same time tomorrow, same time, same place, same station. We'll be back. If you're watching this on recording, you should be able to then watch the second series. We would have already done it by then. So thank you for attending today. Really excited to impart more knowledge tomorrow. Deb, Katrina, as always, thank you. We love partnering with you, and I look forward to imparting more knowledge tomorrow with you both.